Simply put it, the Americans vote for who they want, and they should have trust in the government. Before I came to rule in Japan, all the states were in an endless war for territory, which I brought to an end. I would not want the same thing with American states, now would I? And with no military-grade weapons, the probability of this would drop drastically.
Alright, Hideyoshi and Nobunaga, I do have to stop you there to keep up with the time. Ieyasu, you are the next up, and here's your question.
Wait. Could I interject and ask Hideyoshi a question myself before my question?
Yes, but keep it brief.
Hideyoshi, one question. What is your stance on Christianity in America? Your track record of limiting Christianity and then the next day expulsing all missionaries shows that you would not tolerate Christianity at all. And as I know, most of Americans tend to follow Christianity in some sort of way. So, in a way, you're basically giving a big middle finger to most of the population. You know, that is a great point you bring up, Ieyasu. What was also included in my 1587 limitation of Christianity? What was it? It was whether one desires to become a follower of the Padre is up to that person's own conscience. Yes, but despite this, you also wrote that Japan is the country of gods, but has been receiving false teachings from Christian countries. This cannot be tolerated any further. But Ieyasu, is America a Christian society? Because while I've heard that it is indeed a very popular religion in this country, it is not set in stone that Christianity is the religion. We are not in Japan either. And the false teachings were from Spain and Portugal, which does not happen today. If America were a Buddhist country and Christianity mercenaries from for example, Portugal and Spain were coming over here, I would act the same way. Alright. Well, good to know. I just hope the audience in America knows that both Christian edicts were one day apart from each other, so be wary. If he's elected, he might switch up on a dime, and your Christianity values are thrown away, and maybe you might be killed. So, just watch out for that. Alright, wow. I'm nervous tonight, fellas. Alright, moderator, I'm ready for my next question.
Alright, well, since you wanted to ask a question, you'll need to be very brief with your answer. And America has a history of being very trade-friendly with other countries. Would you restrict trade to eventually not have any trades, or just enforce tariffs that you stated in your opening statement to encourage Americans to only buy American products?
Okay, so this is the way I see it. Japan was never a fully closed country to begin with for trade. We still had trade relationships with the Chinese, the Koreans, and the Dutch. They were our close trade partners for good reason. We did not want these useless trades with other countries. Those countries also did not try to press their religion and ways on the Japanese people as well. America can be seen as the same way and still be very successful. While I would enforce tariffs, which would encourage Americans to buy American-made products, not all trade would be shut out to the world. Only trade partners that work with us, not to take advantage of us and force their religion on us, will we trade with. That is my stance on that.
Thank you, Ieyasu, for the very brief statement. Well, kinda. Finally, Nobunaga, I will ask you your question. Your legacy as a more ruthless leader with a history of violence scares some who are afraid of a legalistic society again. What do you have to say to those who might view your past as a stain on your legacy?